Hi, everybody. I'm just finishing my little snack before I come on live. Thank you all for coming. And for those of you in the chat, especially thank you because all of you were here ahead of time and I'm 5 minutes late. So I apologize for that. I'm here today. I'm going weird with my tooth. Oh, well, I'll figure that out later. I'm going to be doing personal readings for people. And I'm just going to go down through the chat and go ahead and pick out the questions that I see. Let's see. It's that one. And that one. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Something is definitely going on with my tooth. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I definitely broke something off on one of my, I don't think it's a crown. I think it's one of my teeth. So I guess I got to go to the dentist. Okay. All right. Yeah. Hi, Sherry. Yeah. I'll make you an administrator. Thank you everybody for your patience, but I'm going to have to go off screen and or maybe I can do this in another, I don't know if I can do this in another screen. Let me try. Okay, I sent it, Sherry. So if you want to take a look, that'd be great. If you can come in, that's great. I'm going to get started with some readings. Let me see, what else do we have here? There's a question. And while I'm doing this, I guess I should shout out who I'm starring. So I have Heather the Empath, Pegasus ID. Hello, Brian of 41. I saw you last night. And I see your question there. Thanks for this. Hello, aloha. Do you still need help? Oh, that's Sherry. Okay, General, howdy. Can you tell me if I truly have blah, blah, blah? Okay. My financial situation. That's Joe Lenshumsky, 9173. Thank you, Artist Liz. Aloha. Okay, Sherry's in. That's great. So Sherry, I'm just getting through. No, my tooth doesn't hurt, Titan 2024. I can just feel that something broke off, and when I was chewing, I chewed on a little piece of the tooth, so something broke off. All right, so okay, that's it for now. And as we get a little further into the show, I'm sure other people will come on and they'll have things that they want to put in the chat. So we're going to go ahead and start with the few that I have starred. And Sherry, as other people's questions come in, if you just star them, that's where I'll look for them. Okay, so let's start with Heather the Empath. She was the first one who was on. What I saw what I thought was my partner go from the hallway to the bedroom. I was talking to him and went into the bedroom to finish, but no one was there. Well, you don't say whether your partner, I guess your partner is still alive. That's why you went into the bedroom. to finish the conversation. But I think what you saw is perhaps um, a relative that has passed away of your partner's, and that they were just, I guess, passing through, and maybe they do pass through from time to time as kind of a support person for you and your partner. But I think that's what you saw. Okay, so that's that one, and now we're gonna go to this one. What Ivy League or other college do you see my brilliant granddaughter going to, or what state? That might help me guess. Oh, that is a good question. So, Pegasus ID. So, I don't know if I'll really be able to, zoom into this, but one thing that is coming to mind is something in the southeast, like Duke, I think, is an Ivy League school, or maybe almost Ivy League. I don't know. They change those things all the time, but that's what I'm getting. And so, as far as a state, whatever state that is, I think it's one of the Carolinas. So yeah, that's what I get right now. And just understand that the energies change all the time. So if it turns out it's not Duke, sorry, that's what it is at this moment for me. Okay. So let's see. What do you see for me as far as my job in 2026? Okay. So I don't know what your job is now, but let's see. Okay. Okay, so Bryna, I'm looking at this and I'm just gonna focus in here for a second. I don't know if you are in the healthcare field or not, but I'm getting something to do with a person who deals with like taking blood or giving vaccines, something with needles. I'm going to say like a phlebotomist or a person who administers vaccines, things like that. So that's what I see for you for 2026. If you're not in the healthcare field, then I would say something with social media, something that you might have to, either one of those, you might have to study or get some training for that. But whatever you do decide to do, it's gonna be pretty quick that you get yourself set up with that, and you'll be quite good at it. You will feel like the job that you take is just kind of entry level, and you'll be dying to progress in that job to get a little, probably more money, or get a position where you have more responsibility, but it will come. So you do have to be patient with that. Okay. So, cat enchantments. I'm actually not going to read on this cat enchantments. I'm not a medical intuitive, and I don't want to give any kind of medical advice on this channel because I just don't know enough about anything. So I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be able to tell you. There are plenty of other readers who would read on this. It's just I cannot. Okay, so aloha, will my financial situation change anytime soon? Well, let's see. There's big changes coming up for you in 2026, that's for sure. And yeah, just huge changes that are coming up for you. One of the things that I heard your guides say is that you're going to be fine financially. It's not like you're going under or, going to lose your home or anything like that. But what I feel is really going to change most profoundly is the way you manage your money, the way you handle your money. So you're probably going to be consulting with professionals to do that, but that's the biggest thing in the immediate future that's going to be going on. You're also making different plans for what you're doing this year and beyond. So I don't know if you're changing careers or contemplating changing careers or expanding the career that you're in, or if it's a business, expanding the business, but you're going to have help. You're going to be working probably with women, and it's probably going to be, I don't know if they're going to be equal partners, but they're definitely going to be your team of women. And I think that you're going to make very considered conservative choices and changes over the next few months that are going to really be good for you. However, your frame of mind is very much like this is a disaster. I'm headed for a disaster. And I don't think that's true. I think that you will come up facing a lot of different choices in 2026, some of them great, some of them not so great, but you're going to make the choice about what you want to do with them. I know you want to start something completely new, and I do think that things, like I said, are going to change and go in a different direction. You've got professionals that you're consulting, and that's good. That's a really good thing. There will be the patterns of the past are not going to be what you repeat. You're not going to just keep doing the same thing and feel like you're spinning your wheels. You will be making changes. The final outcome card really is the Wheel of Fortune. So there will be tremendous change when it comes to your financial situation. And I think that you will be in control of a lot of these changes. So I don't want you to feel like you're just a victim. You're just at the whim of the universe making these changes for you. That's not really true. You are making the choices, and you are the one who will be making the changes. And I think if you're consulting people who are smart, they'll help you with those changes. And it's the management of your money that I think is really going to change the most profoundly and help you sleep better at night. So that's what I have for you. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so Bernie Girl wants to know, will I get this job that I interviewed for, and will it be good for me? So what I heard is that the decision about that job has not been determined yet. So they haven't made up their mind yet. However, what I'm throwing the cards on, are you going to get a new job soon? So on the bottom of the deck is the Sun card. So yes, you'll be getting a new job and it will be good for you. I don't know if it's the one that you just interviewed for though, because that has not been determined. So let's take a look at this. And here comes the cat. Okay, so whatever job you get, it's going to be really good for you financially, and it's going to be a lot of responsibility in the long run. You're definitely changing your course and changing what's going on, and my cat is changing my cameras and changing my display. Please don't push everything off the table. You're pretty happy right now, and you're pretty satisfied with how things are going, but you do want a change in your job, so you're happy with that. So the job that you're interviewing for, I think, is something that you feel is a much better fit for you. Maybe it's more money, maybe it's a better commute, who knows. And I think that you are, manifesting the heck out of all of this. So you feel like it's the end of the line for you with this current position. Other people feel like, yeah, well, you kind of make the best of it as you go. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna get a new job that is really, really good. Is it this job? We don't know. And that has not been determined yet. Well, thank you, Kitty, for just knocking stuff off the table. Okay, so that's what I have to say about that. So even if you don't get this job, you will be getting a good job that's very good for you. Okay. Yeah, Kitty, thanks. Oh, Heather the Empath, thank you. Super sticker, $5. Thanks very much. All right, so what's this one? Do you see a romantic relationship for me to travel? Do you see a romantic relationship for me to travel with this year? Okay, that's a little bit oddly worded. Oh, shoot. Oh, hold on a second, folks. I completely splooched my cards here. They're all going all different ways. You know how your cards kind of get bent one way, and I'm trying to shuffle there, and all of a sudden I'm feeling the cards just totally resisting me, totally not bending the right way. Oh, man. Oh, man, what did I do? How did I do this? Oh, gosh. Okay, this is going to take a minute, so I need to tap dance here. Oh, it's like every third and fourth card is going the wrong way. And I don't just mean upside down. I mean like backwards. Like the backs of the cards are one way with some of them and one way and another way with some of them. Oh, gosh. Well, after the excitement of my tooth, I guess I should expect that it's just going to be one of those shows where things are just very exciting, a little too exciting. So I'll just have to call my dentist and see what they can do about my tooth. Okay. Okay, here we go. Now we can shuffle. Okay, so do you see a romantic relationship for me to travel with this year is the part of the sentence that I'm not quite sure about. Are you asking about traveling with your romantic partner, or are you asking about just a romantic partner and traveling? I'm not quite sure. So let's see what the cards say with that. Gosh, I really wish I hadn't have broken my tooth. That's really not fun. So now my cards are going to come out, all of, cattywampus. Some will be right side up, some will be backwards. So just going to be one of those shows. But hey, Sherry came on and she's doing backstage for me. Kitty, no, you can't just play with my hands as I put them down. It's not good. Okay, let me take a little sip here. Okay. What? What do you want? Can't you see that I'm working? I guess not. No, Kitty. Hey, I'm sorry. Cat is just like right where I can't have her. Yeah, I can't have you there, Kitty. Yeah. But I give my cat, I fold up a little blanket on the side of my bed, and that's where she's supposed to lay. And I didn't realize I have stuff all over her blanket, and that's why she's laying down here. So can we move you over here? Can we move you over here? Yeah, let's go. Let's move you over here. Let's just put you over here. Can you move here? Can you go here? There. Because I need the rest of the room. Okay? I need this room. I can't have you there. I already broke my tooth. Don't make me do other things. Okay. There we go. All right. That's better. All right. Jeez. So that's a crazy show. It's like things are just being weird now. Okay. Okay. Back to your question. Do you see a romantic relationship for me to travel with this year? Honestly, no, I don't. I do see that you're going to have an interesting year. You are probably going to go to some like anniversary parties and baby showers and all sorts of things that are going to kind of remind you about relationships this year. But this is a year for you where a certain chapter is coming to a close. And as that chapter comes to a close, you're going to be thinking about, where do I go from here? And if one of the things that's really important to you is having a relationship, then I think you're going to have to do some work, some homework to make room in your life for a relationship. If you also want to travel, I think that's another thing that you have to obviously plan for, but also make room for in your life. That's what I'm really, really getting. So other people see you kind of going a mile a minute. You got a lot of things going on. You're going. So I think in terms of, again, making time and space in your life for the other things that you want, like travel and a relationship, I think you have to make conscious decisions to make that happen. As you do make that happen, I mean, as you make those decisions and you come around to seeing really how does it fit into my life, then I think you'll make whatever changes you need to make or adjustments that you need to make in order to have that come into your life. But romantic right now, no, I'm sorry, I don't see that coming into your life in the immediate future. Okay, so let's go on from there. And let's see. Hi from New Jersey. Any message for me from my son? He passed away suddenly November 7th. Did he have any idea his time was coming to an end? In July. Wait a minute. He passed away. Oh, so you think that maybe in July he had an idea that he was going to pass away? Louise, let me go to the comments here. Louise, is it possible? Could you put your son's first name in the comments, please? Tommy. Okay, thank you. Okay. So here's what I got. He didn't really know, and he didn't really have like a hint that he might be coming to the end of his short life, but he was just going on feelings, on instincts. So he probably was trying to wrap things up in a certain way, but it was a very subconscious decision to do that. He wasn't consciously thinking, oh, I don't have very much time, so I need to do this. He wasn't thinking that. So given that, the message that he has for you is that he's fine. He's at peace. He loves you. He's always around you. He's always trying to help you in whatever way that he can. Mainly, he's sending you lots of love, and he just wants you not to worry about him and to, be happy yourself. He just sends you love, and he wants you to be very happy yourself. He is fine, and he wants you to know that he's fine. He's absolutely fine. And he really loves you. He wants me to say that like 4 times. He really loves you. He really loves you. He really loves you. And he just wants you to be okay and happy. That's what he really is just telling me. All right, Louise. So thanks for the question. Okay. I'm going to go back to my starred things. Let's see this one. I'm in limbo. Do you see if I should stay or go? Wow. So Rhonda Rue. Should I stay or should I go? You're stronger than you think, Rhonda. And I know you're really contemplating going, and I know you feel like this is just a hellish situation that you really can't find your way out of. But the guides are telling me stay. Now, if you're in some sort of physical danger there, then I would say you need to go. But if that's not the case, then I think what the guides are saying is you need to persist longer. You need to stay there for a while. The cards going up the side are showing me that, yeah, you're very worried about the situation, but I don't see you really in physical danger from my cards, but I don't know your situation, so I could be totally off on that. The Queen of Cups is the final outcome, so I think in the end there will be some news revealed or some information revealed that is positive, that helps you. And I would certainly make sure that you're physically okay, that you're physically safe, but I think also focus on things that are really positive. You're doing a lot of introspection anyway, but and I don't see that you're totally anxious or spiraling into anxiety, but you don't really know what to do right now, but you will know. And I think the guides are saying stay. Okay. All right. Okay. So Heather wants to know, is Greg someone I should pursue a relationship with? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I moved my microphone way far away when I fixed the things for the cats. I apologize. Okay. I hope you didn't miss the last few things that I was talking about. Okay, so Heather, is Greg someone I should pursue a relationship with, or are we better off just staying friends? I dropped a card. So, Greg. Should she pursue a relationship with Greg, or is she better off as friends? I'm just getting out another deck here. So I guess it's funny the way it's worded. You're asking either or, but the cards are, usually it's hard for me to totally get a yes or no out of something unless there's a big major arcana coming up upright, which you do have in two of them in this reading. But it's what yes to what, and I think it's yes to the first part, pursue a relationship, and it says yes, no need to worry. So yeah, let me do this so you can see the cards better. Yes, no need to worry. And look, the angels look almost identical in this. So they're just saying, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it's going to be a relationship. And I do see in this too that, it's might be something that takes some time to develop, but that's good. And so just take your time with it. But yeah, I think you can pursue a relationship. I think that's good with him. Okay. All righty. Next up. Okay. Hello, and thank you, Colleen. Can you give me a reading about my son Keegan's future? He's 49. Well, sure. I'm just thinking. Your son Keegan's future. I should adjust my camera so I'm not so far down in the picture. Where is that? Oh, is that it? All right. I don't know why I can't find that, but let's turn this down. Put this down a little bit. Okay. That's better. So Keegan, 49. And I'm going to assume, Steph, that it's okay with your son if you get a reading on him. Well, here's the thing. Whatever he had been doing was not working for him in the future or in the past. And so now he's kind of taking a breather, taking a break, but he does have the impulse himself to go out and make his claim, show the world who he is, do something that really announces uh, who he is, what he can do. Yes, it is a piece of tooth. Okay. I'm just going to put that in the garbage. I really did break my tooth. Okay. He has been thinking a lot about what it is that he wants to do, and he hasn't quite formulated the whole plan, but he is thinking a lot about it, and he is planting seeds. He is trying to make his way probably in a new direction, and it's just taking him some time, or he's waiting for some results to come in, and he's a little bit frustrated with what's going on. He will take it slow as he moves into his future, but he will move and do things that are different than what he's been doing. His future points to the Queen of Swords, so there's something that he's going to be doing that, and then also he gets the Three of Pentacles. So I think there's something that he's doing that is going to require some training or even schooling before he can really do it. But he has great hopes for what he's going to do. Um, he's quite confident, actually, that he can do these things. And what he does not want is to have some place that he really feels tied down, burdened, imprisoned almost by his situation. However, that is probably what it's going to feel like initially. I think once he's done the initial training or whatever that he needs to do and this feels like jobs. This feels like we're talking about his jobs or his career. Once he gets past that future thing, yeah, he's choosing a new direction. And this is saying, yeah, he has to wait just a little bit. Yeah, because he's improving his health. So he's got to improve his health. And it showed that in the first card. He had the Four of Swords, that card of retirement, recovery, recuperation. But then he'll launch in a new direction. And when he does that, he will be successful. But after having all of this time in the recuperation to really just be himself and contemplate his future, it may feel kind of burdensome to be doing something, working for someone else. So interesting time of his life, but I think he's going to be fine doing what he needs to do. I just want to pull a few more cards on this. Let's see what's going on with this. Yeah. Yeah, this is a strong new direction for him. Yeah, it's a strong new direction for him. He feels like the biggest negative that I get out of this is that once he's back and doing what he should be doing or doing this new thing that he should be doing, the only thing he's really going to resent is that he lost time, that he had to be kind of out of the box for a while. So that's what he's worried about. All right. So let's go on to the next one. My dad passed a few years ago. Is he around me in spirit? And does he have a message for me? Yeah, he's always around you. He's always around you. So he just wants you to be happy and healthy. He doesn't want you to take any chances on money or love or anything. He just wants you to be safe and happy. And he would not advise you to take any chances whatsoever. But it is a different world now. It's a different world that we live in, and sometimes we do have to take chances. He's around you all the time. He's around you all the time. And of course, he doesn't agree with every single thing that you do, but he is glad that you're really living your life, and he wants you to be safe and happy and healthy. That's his message for you. All right. Okay. Can you relay a message from my husband who passed in 2023? I don't know. I'll try. It's very nice that you are remembering me. I am dead but not forgotten. That's wonderful. But you need to focus on you. You need to move forward in your life. I want you to be happy. I love you. I'm fine. I'm in no pain. I'm at peace. I'm helping you. I'm around you all the time. Don't worry about me, but certainly if you want to talk to me, just talk, and you will hear an answer in a multitude of ways. I'll send you signs and I'll send you thoughts, and I love you, and just be happy. So that's what he has to say. Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. I would love a general reading. Okay. Cindy Shea wants a general reading. So let's do that. See, this is how I got in trouble with my cards before. I put the two pieces of the deck, I split the deck, I put them down, and then I had another part that I had pulled out for a cut over here, and then I put them back the wrong way. So I got to be careful with that. All right. I can't believe I broke my tooth. That tooth, I've already spent a lot of money on that tooth because I was having some pain originated from that tooth, and they couldn't figure out why. And I thought that maybe there was a crack in the tooth. They thought maybe there was a crack in the tooth, but they did x-rays, multiple x-rays, didn't see it. I even went and I got a CAT scan on my head to see if there was something going on with the tooth, or something like sinuses or something around here that would cause pain. Nothing would cause the pain. And in the last week since I had the CAT scan results, I'd begun to think, oh, I think whatever was causing me pain has gone away because I don't feel the pain. And then today, boom, I break the tooth. So apparently that's how things go with my teeth. So don't get old because your teeth break. All right. So there we go with that and that. So more work at the dentist for me. But that happens. That's a minor thing. Hopefully they can do something to the tooth. I think it had a big filling in it too, so I don't think there was much tooth holding that filling. Ugh. Hope it's not another root canal. All right, general reading for Cindy Shea. Cindy Shea. What do we need to know for Cindy Shea? Okay. So Cindy Shea, You are about to get some happy news or good news, unexpected news. You work hard. And so, whatever this news brings, and I don't think it's negative news, I think it's probably positive news, but you will perceive it as one more thing that you have to take care of. And I don't think that's really true. I think you need to lighten up a little bit and feel like, life is to be enjoyed and life is for the living and it's fun, and you should go with that. You're a very capable person, but sometimes you don't think you are. You think that, oh, I can possibly do that, and then you turn around and you do it. You also have a lot of skill and expertise, and I think you should give yourself more credit for that, and you feel like life is about to change. I don't know. I mean, if you're going to go through tremendous changes, I do know that you're going to have some choices coming up. And in that respect, life will change, but also life for you is going to speed up. In your future, you have the King of Swords. Now, this could mean it could mean that you're ready to end or retire something that you've been doing and take some other intellectual or academic pursuit and go off in a new direction. It could also mean that you're going to meet somebody who is like a professor, a lawyer, somebody that works with words a lot, a person who writes, or something like that. So one of those two things is going to be coming up in the future for you, but also you're waiting for the choices. You're waiting for more choices to present themselves, and you feel like you do take advantage of opportunities as they come forward. What is definitely going to be happening for 2026 is that you will be focused on something that is new, and yet you're going to approach it cautiously. You're not going to take it, jump in whole hog. You're going to start a piece of it, and then you're going to add another piece, and then you're going to add another piece, and you're going to add another piece. So you're taking a very intellectual approach towards this, and I think you're going to be successful. I think 2026 is a real change point for you. It's a year when you're going to find out a lot more about what you're made of. Hopefully, you're going to take that more positive attitude towards yourself and realize that you're very highly skilled, you're very smart, you can do a lot of different things, and you don't need to always just be working hard. You just don't always have to be working hard. That's the big message I have for you, Cindy. Okay, so happy 2026. Hope you enjoy that. All righty. So here we go. Hi, can I get a general reading, please? Sure. You know what I was eating when my tooth broke? A dill pickle and then a piece of cheese. It wasn't even hard stuff. And that was the weird thing with the pain in my tooth, too. It wasn't even when I was eating hard stuff. Just all of a sudden, a little pain in my tooth. I think it was just pressing on that one point that was going to break off. Okay, back to Connie. Connie. What's happening for Connie? Okay, Connie, I don't know if you're single or married or, whatever, but you got love coming into your life, and you got a good relationship with a person who I think is a fire sign. Really good relationship. So maybe you're already in a relationship, and this Ace of Cups is coming up because there's going to be a rejuvenation or kind of a reboot of the relationship, which is going to be really, really good. At the moment, you are feeling like there's something not right about the relationship, but and that maybe there's some tension or fighting or competition, maybe a power struggle going on, but I think that's going to get resolved. some of that power struggle may revolve around money, as it usually does, and security. And you'd like to just start off on, just have your own thing, have all your money and everything just to yourself. But I don't think that's I don't think it's really super necessary if you work things out in your relationship, because I think it's all coming back to your relationship. There are some things that, if it is with your partner that you're having this issue, that you need better communication. You can't hide things from them. You need to have much better communication, and then the two of you can work together. You can work together. You can build a nice legacy. You can have investments. You can have money that you sock away for you, your family, your future, and the two of you would be able to um, manifest much more wealth together than you would singly. But it's interesting because in this reading, your whatever your relationship is, even if you're not in a relationship now, you will be. And part of your issues are going to come with you about this money, security, protection, even health, right? Those issues are not sitting well with you, regardless of a relationship, but also within a relationship. So if you end a relationship or get out of a relationship, you're still going to have those issues and you're still going to have to deal with that. If you're in a relationship and having problems, like I said, with a power struggle or feeling like it's, something about it's not working, I think if you stay and you work out those issues, all the other issues are going to work out too. So that's what I have for you. So 2026 is about working it out for you. Okay. I mean, maybe not the whole year, but it's not going to take the whole year, but that's what the reading is about. Okay. All right. So let's move on to the next one. Okay. Louise, I'm only going to do the one question for you. I'm not going to do your second question. Okay. What is going on with my nephew? AS. He has a psych condition, but family trauma is blocking access to info. Got indirect messages to suggest something is wrong. Family trauma is wrong. I don't think I can really answer this. There's lots of other psychics who might be able to really tune in and get that information, but I don't think that I'm going to be able to. So I'm sorry, Melody Frazier. I'm going to have to skip your question. Okay, if you're taking questions still, can I have a message from my guides, please? Emilito. Sure. So the message that I'm getting from your guides, and I'm going to throw cards on this too, is that you're blocking or not paying attention to the messages that they are giving you. You can get these messages yourself, and that's what they want you to know. So I think when it comes to guides, a lot of people feel like, well, my guides will just tell me what to do. My guides will just show me the way. My guides will do everything. They're not driving the car. They're the backseat drivers. They're the ones who are saying, maybe that's a good idea. Maybe that's not a good idea. Right. But you have to ask the questions. You have to inquire of them. You have to ask for them to tell you things. So it's not quite what you're thinking. Message from your guides. They're not going to say, oh, hey, you know what? There's a big real estate development over in the next town. You ought to invest in that, or you ought to move there. They're not going to jump in and just tell you things like that. They are looking at what you are really trying to actually do. And if you ask about it, then they'll help you with that. So it's a little bit different. Okay. So your cards kind of go along with what I was just saying. Um, you're very worried that things are just going to blow up in your face. And, if you have that intuition that something difficult is going to happen or bad is going to happen, that is something to inquire about and to ask your guides. Should I be steering away from this person? Is this person bad for me? Do I need to get better locks on my doors? You need to ask the questions, not just say, what's going to happen? I don't know. What are you going to choose to make happen? What are you going to choose to do? So the guides then will help with those things, but it's your life. You're driving the car. So, but what I see here is that, yeah, there's big changes coming, and in your world, in your mind, the best thing to do is just sit still, hang on to everything, don't make a move, and then I'll be okay. But that isn't living. You do have to engage in life to live. Otherwise, what are you doing? Like, we're all here and we all have things that we're doing in our lives, but it doesn't involve nothing changing. That is not what happens in life. Life changes. Things change around us all the time. There could be some well, no, what I'm getting here is that you are sort of wasting your own time by not just getting out and doing things and then asking the guides for help or assistance or advice. That's what you should use them for. You made some plans in the past. Maybe it didn't work out or maybe it did, but you made plans. Did you execute them? Did you really try to follow through on your plans or not? You've got the magician crowning you, so you're perfectly capable of manifesting what you want, of making things happen, using your resources to the fullest. You're perfectly capable of that. And when I went to go pull out the cards that are in your near future, two cards came out. The 10 of Pentacles, which is a really good card for security, health, money, investment, wealth, long-term legacy wealth, and also the Lovers. Now, the Lovers is a major arcana card, which means that you'd be in a relationship with somebody that you really, really trust and love and respect. So the future looks bright as far as that goes. And you even got a great final outcome card. So you are looking at yourself and thinking that that you're sort of just starting out in trying to figure this out. I don't know how old you are. I mean, you could be 18, you could be 80. I don't know. But you've got the Ace of Wands. So something new is starting out for you, for your life. Others see you as a person who does not fully trust their own ideas and their own decision-making processes. So I would say spend a little time just looking back over decisions that you have made. Give yourself credit for the successful ones and just move on. It's okay if not all of your decisions have worked out. They certainly haven't all worked out in my life. I mean, I've certainly been through things where, boy, I wish I hadn't made that decision, comes up a lot in the conversation. So, everybody's life has ups and downs. Everybody's life has risks and rewards. So, you can't judge yourself. You can't judge yourself for having had things happen in your life that didn't work out great. Okay. You do have a lot of fear for what's coming to the future. And I would caution you to not be focusing on the fear. I would caution you and say, yeah, you focus on fear, fearful things are going to happen. What you want to focus on is what is ahead for me? Where is my life going? Which you were doing for a while. And then for some reason you stopped and got fearful. So whatever it is that caused you to be fearful, if you're listening to the news too much or you're watching too much about certain topics and they make you crazy and fearful, stop. Stop watching those things. Watch puppy videos, watch home decorating videos, subscribe to the Hallmark channel and watch those gooey movies. I do. And that helps me keep sane because it keeps my vibration higher and it keeps me out of the fear loop and that anxiety because that's a real thing and that's really hard to get away from. The final outcome card that you have, I think you're going to take my advice because the final outcome card that you have is the 10 of Cups. Very happy, very, very stable, happy family, wonderful, unicorns and rainbows, everything happening good. So, Emilito, I would advise you to get off the fear factor and try to get into very positive thinking. Know that your future is bright. Plan a bright future. Plan a future that is beautiful and wonderful with unicorns and rainbows in it. Okay? All right. So that's what I have for you. Okay. Oh gosh, we've been on an hour. God, that zipped through. Well, part of it was my tooth drama. I'm sure that took up a few minutes, so I'll keep going here for a few questions. I probably won't get all of these done, but I'll do a few more. Okay, so that was her. What's this one? I've been working really hard to hear my guides and raise my vibration. Am I actually getting anywhere? Thank you, Michelle B. Well, Michelle B, you would be the one who would know the answer to that, not moi. You're probably doing fine. You're probably doing really well. And you may be making progress, but not really understanding the progress when you are asking to hear your guides and raise your vibration. I don't know what you're doing. You don't describe what you're doing. And we don't have time here to go into all the things that you have been doing. But here's some things that I think are really, really helpful. You need to have a consistent practice at first so that you can really get the ball rolling and really understand what the ball is. Because when you stop and ask your guides questions, like I ask my guides questions, I ask them out loud. And usually I'm by myself, but my daughters know me well enough now. If they hear me talking in the other room and I haven't said, their names first, like, hey, Jane, come on. If I haven't said that, then they're like, yeah, that's mom. She's talking to whoever. Talk to your guides on a regular basis. Make it a regular practice so that you know that right now I'm talking to my guides, right? Now, you may not hear the answers from your guides right then and there. Your gifts may not include the ability to actually hear the answer. You may see a picture. You may see signs. You may turn the corner and all of a sudden see your cat doing something that gives you the answer, right? It's different for everybody. Our language with our guides is very, very personal. So that's what you have to develop is how are they giving me the answer? That's what's really important. And raising your vibration is just making sure that, like I said to Emilito, just staying out of the fear factor and spreading love, and you'll get love. It's as simple as that. It's just as simple as that. So, on Sterling's channel, he's got those little homework things where he describes how you actually sit, talk to your guides, wait for the answers, how you should do it. And it's like for 2 weeks, just every morning you do like a 5, 10, 15-minute exercise. And by the end of the 2 weeks, you are hearing things, I put that in quotes because you might not actually audibly hear it, but you will get the answer somehow. And all the answers are within you. Everything that you need to know is within you. You don't really need someone to tell you this. You don't really need someone to tell you what your guides are saying, because your guides are talking to you and they're with you and they're trying to give you answers all the time. The trick is asking some kind of a question and then referring back later and trying to hear what it is that they're giving you. And like I said at the beginning, it may be a sign. It may be feathers on the ground. It may be pennies on a table. It may be the way your cat curls up. It may be an audible message. It may be a picture. It may be a song. It may be seeing a certain series of numbers, but you will get the answer. And as you continue to do this and you build up your syllabus of answers, it'll get stronger and stronger, and it'll get easier and easier to understand when the answers come. So that's what I have to say. And you're doing great. I'm sure you're doing great. Well, let me just tune in here. Yeah, you're doing great. Just do the things that I said just now, and you'll be understanding the answers a lot better. Okay. Next, we have like 26 #May like 26. I don't know what that means. May I ask if Jerome Anselin will take actions for me? We are currently no contact. Okay. The first card I got is compromise. And that didn't make any sense to me whatsoever. But the second card that I got said, look for a sign. Look for a sign. And the third card I got was the situation will improve. So I hope that helps. I hope that's good for you. What is coming up for me from Donna? Okay. So what's coming up for you? There's a lot of things coming at you in the next few months. You're going to be dealing a lot with people who are going to be giving you some things, asking for things from you. There's going to be a lot of exchanges here, and there's going to be some people from your past coming back into your life, or maybe one person from your past coming back into your life. Now, Mercury is going retrograde towards the end of February, so that's a perfect time for people from the past when they pop back up. That'll happen. And your life has been busy. It's not like you're not doing anything. You're doing things, but in this period of time, the next few months coming up, it is going to be even busier. I think you're thinking about maybe getting a new job and leaving your current job. So that might be coming up for you, that you're leaving your current job. You're looking at the situation in that job and just feeling like it's not good for you. It's not really a good situation. And yet you also to others appear to be somebody who's just, really sticking it out and not taking action one way or the other. But I think you will take action one way or the other. You're looking for different connections with people. You would like to also be not just for a different job, but you're looking for a different scenario and different relationships with people. And the people that you're working with are not really giving you what you need right now. So you want new stuff. So that's what I see coming up for you, Donna. Okay. Okay. Is there a message about my spiritual transformation this year and how it influences my upcoming healing practice? Steel toe sandals. Interesting name. About your spiritual practice. Okay. The spiritual transformation, I think, is something that will be ongoing. I don't see a lot of information about it here. I could grab some other cards in a minute. But the healing practice That looks very good. That looks really, really strong. And I don't know if you're in contact with somebody from your past concerning that, but that's coming up too. So this might be old teachers, old clients, people you know from your childhood, just anybody from the past. And again, with Mercury retrograde coming up, not surprisingly, people from the past are going to be coming back in your life. You get the Magician as what's past and a part of your history, and so I think that your healing is going to be the practice itself will be quite successful, but your abilities to heal will be quite well known. What crowns you is the Knight of Cups. This healing practice is also healing you, and that is a really big part of your own spiritual transformation. And I would just encourage you to go back and listen to Emilito's reading, because I think a lot of the same things apply to you. That this is all within you. Your spiritual transformation will allow you to get the answers that you need for your own change in spirituality, for your own spiritual journey. Better than you can get them from someone else. As you open the practice and things start to get going, you're going to have to make a lot of decisions, and some of them will be contrary to the plan that you started out with, but that's okay, because actuality is often different than our vision of how things are going to go. Sometimes you have to tweak it. I don't know if you're a fire sign or not, but I get the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands here for your own self-image and how others perceive you. And the Queen of Wands is one of those queens that is very busy, always knows what's going on in everybody's business, knows what everybody can do and can't do. So she's good at delegating. And she's good at just kind of knowing all the dirt, actually, all the gossip on everybody. And she's willing to do what she needs to do for the business. And she kind of wants everybody to do that, but she's not going to force them to do that. So if you have people working for you, I think that they will respect you as a boss. And that's good too. You don't want to have a spiritual thing going on and then you're in the healing modalities and then everybody hates you. Yeah, that wouldn't be good. So I don't see that. I see that as people liking you as a boss. You fear that that you're going to get ripped off, that things are that people won't be fair, they won't come to you and pay their bills or whatever. And I don't know that that's going to happen or not happen. It's just one of your fears. The thing too is that you may very quickly outgrow where you start out and need to move, need to have a different physical location for this healing practice. So I don't know if you're doing anything that would be virtual meetings, or if you're doing everything live and physical in person, but whatever business it is, you're in 2026, you're going to have to get a new physical location regardless of how you operate your business. Okay, so that's what I have for you. Good luck. Sounds like great things going to go great for you. And that spiritual transformation, again, go back to Emilito's reading, because I think there's a lot of things there that would benefit you as well. Okay, let's see. I think I have time to do one more. I'm just going to look at the readings that are left. Okay, I'm just going to do this one last one, and I apologize for the people who came late and put their questions in. I can't get to you, but I will be on. Let me see, when am I going to be on to do this again? Well, if you're in my area, if you're in northern New Jersey, next Saturday, I'm going to be doing readings at a place called Scribble Garden Cafe. And that's in Pompton Plains or Pequannock, New Jersey. It's kind of the same town. They just have two different areas of it. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be doing a solo show on Thursday, the 19th at 7:30, where I will be doing personal readings. Doing polyterology on the 18th with Kathy Beal. And I have myself scheduled for next Sunday to do personal readings, but I'm not 100% sure I'm going to be able to make that show. I haven't posted it yet. All right. So come back. I will definitely be able to do readings for you again in the near future. All right. So this is just for Silverwoods 1. They want a general reading. So let me do that. And that's going to wrap it up for everybody. And thank you so much for coming. Oh, before I go, I do want to mention my Otter Spirit bracelets. So I have been remiss in mentioning these, but whoops, let me pull them back so they're focused. So these three are the turquoise, jade, and is this one this is garnet. It's very, very dark. It looks black, but it's actually very, very deep, and it is kind of not opalescent, but it's translucent, very, very, very dark red. And that's the garnet. Garnet often comes in this kind of brownish red stone, but the power of it is the same. So I grabbed these because turquoise is really good for me for elevating my vibration, not just like psychic stuff and everything, but just elevating my vibration. And lately, because of the energy, I really need this. I really need to have the energy high vibe and not like in the fear and anxiety and the worry. I don't need that. The jade, green jade for me, it is good for money. It is good for prosperity, but it's also good for health. And I just broke my tooth. I mean, I just been trying to take care of myself and get everything healed, and now I got to heal my tooth. But that's a lot of what I wear the green jade for. And it again, it is good for prosperity. And I just want to show you. They have these cute little tags on it. Can you see that? No, you can't see. But it has a little otter face carved into that little medallion. Oh, you know what? I think this is oh, they don't have anything stamped on them. Okay. Anyway, so jade's good for that. And garnet for me is really good actually for business. It keeps me grounded, it keeps me moving forward, it keeps me focused on what's going on in my business and where I want to go with things, and it just keeps me more disciplined, not getting as unfocused because I have a tendency to get really unfocused. So I just wanted to mention that these bracelets are I love all these Otter Spirit bracelets, and I always forget to talk about them. So I thought I'd better say something because I'm wearing them. Here they are. Okay, so now Silverwoods, you have waited patiently for your reading, and here we go. So Silverwoods, general reading. Let's get this out there for them. Okay. Big transformations for you. And I think that this is covering most of the year, not just a few months. Big, big, big transformations for you. You've been looking at, a more difficult period in 2025. It may have been health issues, it may have been money issues, it may have been, home issues. But in 2026, that turns into a memory. You have really good cards here for health, money, finances, protection. 10 of Pentacles is everything. But it is also the end of a cycle. So you will have this, and then you'll be moving on to something else because you have transformation this year. You have a lot of transformation. You have the card for new love, but I don't see like big romance in this. So I think this new love is with your life, with you, with what you're trying to accomplish in your life, and you're feeling really, really good about that. You get the moon here. So I don't know if you're also working on your own spiritual gifts or not, But with the moon there, that tells me that you're really going to be in touch with your own ability to um, connect with your guides and divination and things like that. But this moon card also shows the eclipse. So the eclipse is going to be an important day for you, or an important period. And we're really in the energy of the eclipse right now. A week before up until a week after is the real definite energy of the eclipse. But the way the eclipse will impact has to do with your own particular chart and what degrees you have on the planets in your chart. So that this eclipse is going to be very, very important for you. You do get crowned with the Seven of Swords, so be careful of that fear energy that people are trying to take things from you, that you're not good enough, that there's, things going on in your life where you feel like someone can take something from you. They can have power over you. That's a really easy trap to fall into, especially right now when you're looking at all the energy that's going on around the country, around the world, and you want to stay away from that, and you want to, vibe higher than that. So, watch dog videos, watch home decorating videos, watch romance stories on YouTube. Don't get into the fear stuff. What's coming out in front for you is a card for really honing your skills and being at a very high level in your craft. So we have the Eight of Pentacles here. So that whole, and it really, these pentacles are going right across the reading. The past is the Five of Pentacles with suffering. The middle right now is the Ten of Pentacles, which is achievement and legacy, and a secure foundation. And the future is the Eight of Pentacles, where you're going to have a good career and a good way to make income because of your abilities. Now, you think of yourself as somebody who's a little bit like, sometimes I'm great, sometimes I make great decisions, sometimes I don't, a little wishy-washy almost with money, but other people see that you're very good at it. So I think you have to be careful of your thinking. I think you have to be careful of negative thinking and almost putting yourself down about being able to manage money, health, security, protection, that kind of thing, and believing in yourself. So I think belief in yourself is a really strong, strong thing right now. As far as what you hope and fear, you've got the Temperance card, and I like that for you, that you are changing, that you are tempering how you think about yourself and your life. And I think that's really, really good. That is what you need to be going through now. Now, the final outcome card is the Death card, but that's transformation. So I think that you are going through a big transformation right now. Now, the good protection and pentacle cards that you're getting, that may have to do with actual, like, money, house, protection, security. And the transformation card, I feel, along with the moon and the magician and the temperance, I think this is about spirituality. I think this is about you really transforming yourself spiritually and understanding your place in the universe, understanding your place as far as being a person who can help others. So that's what I have for you, Silverwoods. Okay. All right, everybody. So that's it for me. I'm so glad that you came, and I'm so glad to be able to give you some nice readings. Thank you for giving me all your energy for the last hour and 24 minutes. And I'm sure my tooth is going to be fine, but I have to go. I have to go figure out when I can get into my dentist now, because everything's closed for the holiday. So I'm not going to be able to see him tomorrow or today. It's Sunday. So yeah. So if you are watching this on the replay, thank you so much. And for everybody who's watching, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Make sure that you're subscribed if you're in the chat. But if you're just watching and you're not subscribed, why aren't you subscribed? What's wrong with you? I mean, everybody, all the other cool people are subscribed. So go ahead and subscribe. All right. And I will see you next time. I already went through the dates that I'm going to be reading for people. So tune in, or if you're in the New Jersey area and you want to come to Scribble Garden next Saturday, stop on by. There's a post in my community section where you can see all the details. All right. Thanks, everybody. And I'll see you later. And thank you, Sherry. Thank you for coming on and helping me backstage. I really appreciate it. See you guys later. Bye.